The man known as the eyeball killer, Charles Albright. Known as the eyeball killer, Charles Frederick Albright was the most notorious case of a serial murderer in Texas. What motivated him to act like that? Today, we'll be analyzing the intriguing case of the eyeball killer, Charles Albright. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to turn notifications on for more videos like this one. Charles Albright was born on August 10, 1933. He was adopted from an orphanage by Delle and Fred Albright. His mother was really overprotective, and since she was a schoolteacher, she educated him really well, at least in academic matters. He even skipped 2 grades, though that didn't do him well in the conduct department, as his criminal career began at just 13 years old, when he was already arrested for aggravated assault and petty theft. He was much worse at age 16, when the police caught him with some petty cash from a register, 2 handguns, and even a rifle. For that, he spent a year in jail. When he was released, he attended Arkansas State Teachers College, majoring in pre-med studies, though he was expelled from the college before graduation because he was caught with stolen items. Albright was so wicked that when expelled, he simply falsified his degrees, forged signatures, and even gave himself fake bachelor's and master's degrees. Eventually, he graduated from high school and entered North Texas University. Albright married his college girlfriend, and with her, he had a daughter. His wife was a teacher, just like his mother, though he was unable to hold any kind of jobs for long and simply kept forging checks, claiming false credentials, and even getting caught in the process while teaching at a high school. Somehow, he managed to get probation for all his illegal acts. In 1965, he and his wife separated, finally divorcing in 1974. Things took a turn for the worse, and as you can see, instead of striving for goodness, Albright always kept attempting to do the worst. He was later caught stealing hundreds of dollars worth of merchandise from a hardware store, and for that he received a 2-year prison sentence, of which he only served a couple months and was immediately out and prowling for more crimes to commit. His mother died in 1981, and he settled down in a neighborhood in Texas for quite a while, seemingly acting normal for a few months and even getting the trust of his new neighbors. He was asked by local residents to babysit their children, and that was probably the worst thing they could do, as Albright took the chance to sexually molest a friend's 9-year-old daughter. He pled guilty and only received probation. Eventually, Albright met a woman named Dixie in 1985 while in Arkansas. Dixie invited Albright to live with him, and soon she was paying both his bills and supporting him along the way. He worked delivering newspapers in the early morning, but this was just a ruse to visit prostitutes without arousing Dixie's suspicion. Now, let's start with the bad things. I mean, the things we said were pretty bad already, but they're just about to get worse. The prostitutes he was looking for were the women he sought to kill. The first one of these was Lou Pratt, a well-known prostitute in the Oak Cliff neighborhood, with her body found lying face up and wearing only a t-shirt. She was shot in the back with a .44 caliber bullet and her eyes removed. Next, in 1991, Susan Peterson was found nearly nude with her t-shirt pulled up just like Pratt. She had been shot 3 times and had been dumped in South Dallas, outside the city limits. Her eyes had also been surgically removed. Next up, we have Shirley Williams, another prostitute who was found also with her eyes removed, facial bruises, a broken nose, and a shot through the top of her head and face. And finally, we have witnesses coming forward and telling the police about Albright in March 22, 1991, after seeing how he murdered Shirley Williams. Albright was finally arrested and found guilty on December 18, 1991. He was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Shirley Williams, Lou Pratt, and Susan Peterson. And despite being 87 today, he remains in jail until he passes away eventually. So, what are your thoughts on the eyeball killer? Did his kills impress you somewhat? Let us know in the comments below. And now that you're here, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more.